Hey, what's going on everybody? Tyler here with your Movie Fix, and today we're going to be going over some movie news. I love doing movie news. A couple of things on the agenda today. We're going to be covering from Justice League 2 being delayed to the new War for the Planet of the Apes trailer that we got, James Franco joining Alien Covenant, and SpiderMan 2, the sequel to Spider-Man Homecoming. So let's start this off with the big news that Justice League 2 is now being delayed. Why this is happening is that basically Zack Snyder is going to be taking a bit of a break after Justice League, and they say that they're pushing this back to leave more room for Ben Affleck's The Batman. Now, originally, Justice League 2 was going to be coming out in June of 2019, so now we may be looking at a 2020 or even a 2021 release date. Now, with them pushing back Justice League, that's a lot of resources, that's a lot of people who need to be working on that movie, including Ben Affleck. And that would be a movie that would have to start shooting again next year. And I think Zack needs this break. He's been working on these superhero epics for 6 years straight, since 2011, since he started production on Man of Steel. I mean, it's been non-stop basically since Watchmen. But let's just say Man of Steel, that's 2011. The man needs a break. I don't want this to turn into, I guess, a Michael Bay situation or just something like that. I still don't think they're on the same level, but I don't want to see him get burned out. And he's going to be taking a break to work on a movie called The Last Photograph. It's going to be a smaller movie, a thriller focusing on a war correspondent, like this news guy, this journalist that's over there in Afghanistan that needs to be rescued. So definitely going to be a change from all the superhero stuff that he's been doing. It sounds like a big change from everything he's ever really done. So we're going to be doing, a small budget thriller, a bit of a passion project, I guess you could say. But I think that'll give him some time to unwind. But in reality, shooting a thriller, that could be a movie that's in, pre-production and post-production and done all within, 6 to 8 months. So that movie isn't going to take forever to work on, but getting this big break between Justice League 1 and 2, this could leave Warner Brothers open to maybe they're going to really look at the reception of Justice League, and I think that this is going to be very telling to whether or not they keep Zack Snyder on board going forward with Justice League 2. But he has said that he does want to work on it. He has every intent to continue to work on Justice League 2, but I think with such a big gap that with the production that they could leave room to replace him as a director. But the big news with them moving up and having Batman available, that could mean we could get a 2018 Batman release date because Ben will no longer be working on Justice League 2 next year. So he's going to be working on Batman, we know, next spring, at least summer. But from what everything Joe Manganiello has been saying, they're going to start pre-production and shooting in the spring of 2017. So we could get Batman moved up by a good bit, but I don't really like the idea of a 2020 or 2021 release date. But if it means we're getting more movies, and no doubt we're going to have, kind of like what Marvel does with now they sprinkle in the other heroes in the other movies, a la Winter Soldier, that we know we're going to be seeing Cyborg in the Flash movie. We could be seeing other people pop up in the Batman movie, or Shazam, or Man of Steel 2. This could open the door for Man of Steel 2. While it sucks having to wait for Justice League, I'm open if it means that Zack can go into Justice League with a more fresh mind. He's been beaten down, from press tours of working on the movies for the last 6 years. So he deserves a break, and hopefully it works out for him. So leave your thoughts down below. What do you make of the delay for Justice League 2? Now, moving on to the next story, the Planet of the Apes trailer, the War for the Planet of the Apes. Now, this is shaping up to be one of the better trilogies of the last 15 years. I absolutely love the last two movies, and I feel like we've been waiting forever to get to this. This is one of my most anticipated films for next year, and I absolutely love this trailer. I actually think this was probably the better trailer that we've gotten in the last week and a half or so between Transformers, The Mummy, Spider-Man, and now Planet of the Apes, and there was a couple other ones. I mean, it's been a busy little 2 weeks here that we've had for trailers, but I am definitely on board for War for the Planet of the Apes, starring Woody Harrelson, continuing off of the story where we left in the last Planet of the Apes movie, where they basically, Koba started the war with the humans, and in this trailer, Caesar's going on to say that I did not start this war, they're the ones that are doing this, and it's kind of up to him. He's their leader, he's going to go through with it, he's not just going to let his people be killed, so he's going to stand up for them. And this trailer had a very Dark Knight Rises kind of vibe to it. I really liked it. I don't know if that music was the score for the movie, but I love that music, whatever it was. But visually, it looks fantastic. The last two movies alone have been very groundbreaking for special effects, for motion capture. Watching the behind the scenes for the Planet of the Apes movies is absolutely phenomenal. What they do to create all of those CG and motion capture characters is just beyond incredible. I love watching them, especially in the last Apes movie. All of that was just totally seamless, beautiful CG, a great movie on top of that, so I can't wait to see where they're going. And I really like the setting actually being more of in the winter. I think that really adds to this epic conclusion of what this movie is going to be. So I'm really looking forward to this Planet of the Apes movie coming out next year, but what do you guys make of it? And we're going to go on to the next story, which is going to be James Franco is actually joining the cast of Alien Covenant. Now, this was a bit of a surprise. Some people have been almost considering it spoilery. It doesn't really make sense. He's been announced that he is a cast member. They said he's going to appear at the beginning of the movie, and he's going to be sprinkled in throughout it as the movie goes. He's actually going to be Catherine Waterston's husband, and he is going to be the captain of the Covenant ship. That's going to be really interesting. I love James Franco. This guy has got a lucky break, hasn't he? He's got to star in SpiderMan, one of the best trilogies to come out. I know people have their issues with Spider-Man 3, but he's got to be in Spider-Man and the Planet of the Apes movies on top of that. Also a great movie. And now hopefully he's going on to Alien Covenant. I can't wait to see it. I really enjoyed Prometheus, unlike some other people, but you know, I really enjoy Ridley Scott's world that he has created for the xenomorphs, and I like that we're exploring the engineers, which are really just an extension of that mythology, like the predators, the Yatwa, the xenomorphs, and now we have the engineers. I like that we're getting more of the space jockeys. They released an image of that not too long ago, that the space jockeys are going to return. I think we understood that because we're going back to their planet, but overall, I'm very excited for Alien Covenant. What do you guys make of James Franco joining me? It's talent. How can you be upset over any talent? Now, the last story for today. Sony already announced, Sony and Marvel, they already announced that they're going to be having a release date for the Spider-Man Homecoming sequel, which is going to be in July of 2019. Now, I guess that kind of works out for Justice League 2, which would have been coming out a month before that. But I think a lot of this had to do with the success of releasing this first trailer that we got yesterday. Those two, the international and the domestic trailer, which were pretty okay. I did my review and reaction to the domestic trailer, and I actually ended up liking the international one more. That one, I like that one a good bit more. Just the domestic one didn't really quite do it for me. But I guess they're really confident about of Tom Holland of Spider-Man and what he's going to be doing for them to already announce it, and that is within the Marvel slate. But I imagine we can actually get more Spider-Man movies because they don't have to totally eat up all of Marvel Studios' resources, and that's a movie that Sony can put out in tangent with Marvel Studios. So we could potentially see a Spider-Man movie every 2 years. And that would be pretty great for all the Spider-Man fans, for all the Marvel fans. I think the way Tom Holland plays him, we're all looking forward to that, but of course we have to see how Homecoming goes. I'm really excited to see more trailers. I need to see more of the movie. I'm already excited for it. It's Spider-Man, it's Tom Holland, it's John Watt. Like, I'm on board, but I need to see more footage for me to really get excited. But regardless, I'm going to be pumped for it whenever it hits theaters. So anyways, guys, this is the movie news. Leave your thoughts down below on everything that you heard. What do you make of Justice League 2 being pushed back for the Batman? The Planet of the Apes trailer, James Franco joining Alien Covenant, and the Spider-Man release date going ahead with the green light. So anyways, guys, this has been your Movie Fix. Be sure to subscribe for more movie news, movie reviews, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys on the next video.